staking SHIB is now available on Binance.com. All right, this is from the official SHIB token Twitter. Binance also posted this on their official Twitter account. It says SHIB token special. It says Binance staking launches SHIB staking activities. Enjoy up to 33.12% APY and win savings vouchers and SHIB rewards. All right, so I feel like this is pretty huge. People who ask me personally, like, do they think it's worth putting, their SHIB tokens and, their leash tokens on SHIBASWAP, or could they just hold it, hold it on Binance and stuff? And I always tell people, like, you don't have to put your like SHIB tokens on SHIBASWAP and stake and do all the like the digging and everything. But it's like when it comes to crypto, I feel like if you're holding tokens anyways and you plan on holding them for a long time, why not stake them? Why not stake them and get rewards and passive income, right? So now for the people who actually have their SHIB tokens still on Binance, you guys are actually allowed to actually stake your SHIB tokens now and actually earn some rewards. All right, so that's pretty cool. Even someone right here that commented on the same post, they said, I am so happy that this happened. I couldn't stake on SHIBASWAP because I didn't have enough Ethereum and I was a small bag holder. Thankfully, I could stake at Binance. I feel like that's one of the main reasons why a lot of people didn't even want to bother with, putting their SHIB on SHIBASWAP and do the staking and everything, because it's like if you want to stake your SHIB tokens on SHIBASWAP, you do have to pay a small fee of Ethereum. Even though it's like a small Ethereum fee, it just, I know some people, they just either the budget is just smaller, or they really just don't want to pay like any Ethereum, to actually put it in the the staking and stuff for SHIBASWAP. But if you do it on Binance, I believe Binance, you don't have to do no fee. I believe you just, once you stake your SHIB on Binance, it should just be able to just go into the staking and you start earning rewards. So that's a plus. All right, that's a pretty cool thing. Also right here, someone on the Reddit said that they said, I was asking Satoshi Kusama about the recent announcement of Binance staking rewards for SHIB holders, and then he said he confirmed that while Binance is a separate entity, it still contributes to the Shiba ecosystem and holders are rewarded accordingly, unlike traditional centralized exchanges. So for those who don't know, the SHIB developers also spoke about this, I believe, in the Wolf paper. They pretty much mentioned how when it comes to these other centralized exchanges and stuff, if they want some type of hand that's going to be on board as far as SHIB and SHIBASWAP and stuff, they said that they would have to pretty much agree to have a whitelist, right? Because there's going to be a blacklist to where certain people who don't agree to the terms that the SHIB developers are asking for, they're going to be on the blacklist. They're not going to be able to pretty much get the same benefits that other exchanges that are whitelisted can get. So as y'all can see right here, Binance was cool with it. They wanted to get whitelisted. So now going back to the whole people being able to stake their SHIB and get the rewards on Binance, that's pretty amazing. The next thing I wanted to talk about, right? The next thing I wanted to talk about is the actual SHIBASWAP TVL, which is total value locked. I noticed a lot of people have been talking about this lately. They noticed that the total value that was locked into SHIBASWAP dropped pretty huge. It was a pretty huge drop, right? And of course, I was expecting this. A lot of people that I was talking to in the live stream I did a few days ago, they were also kind of expecting this, or they also had questions as far as how low it would drop, and it dropped a pretty good amount. I mean, if we go to the charts, I'll show you right here. So on the SHIBASWAP, right, as soon as you come to the SHIBASWAP and you go to the Bonefolio. Once you go to the Bonefolio and you pretty much go to the 1 month right here, as you can see, the highest total value locked liquidity that we had was $1.7 billion, right? This is July 13th. And then obviously this is when the whole liquidity event with the whole 10 times, pretty much people earning 10 times the amount of bone, event was still going on. And the event just ended, right? The event just ended, I believe, yesterday. Okay, so it just ended yesterday. So a lot of people who pretty much only really brought their tokens, their the liquidity pairs over to SHIBASWAP to earn that 10 times the amount of bone tokens, because I feel like a lot of people know that bone token could be very valuable in the future. So a lot of the people wanted to hop into SHIBASWAP, add their pairs to it, and get as much bone token as possible before the liquidity event was over. And as you can see right here, as soon as we pretty much got told, the 20th, as soon as it got told that it was pretty much close to being over, that's when we went all the way down, down to, I believe, 394 million, which, I mean, obviously, like I said, I expected it to go down. I didn't know exactly how much it was going to go down, but yeah, it's a pretty big, huge dive. But at the end of the day, I mean, this isn't just with SHIBASWAP. If you go even back to, let me go back to dbank. This is dbank.com. You can come over here and you can pretty much just compare and contrast and check out other swaps and stuff. So if you check out the Uniswap version 2, so Uniswap v2, if we go to where back then September, 2020, the total locked value for Uniswap went all the way up to 1.5 billion at at the time of last year, and then it was that September, and then of course like it went over here, as you can see right here. This is November 2020. The total value locked was at $3.2 billion, right? And then just a few days later, what was it, about 4 days later, it went all the way down to 1.5 billion. So it got cut almost in half of just the locked liquidity, right? And I'm sure as time went on and stuff, they'd have more promotions, more just benefits for their users to stick around and keep going in. As you can see, they started going up, right? Like their gross value started going up. 4 billion, 5 billion. At one point it hit up to 8.9, almost $9 billion. Or actually I think it might have, actually hit $9 billion total value locked liquidity in Uniswap, right? And then of course it stayed around that 9 billion, 8 billion. And then it had another drop, right? It had another drop, and this was May, like the middle of May of this year. It went from 8 billion all the way down to 5 billion. Of course, with just I'm sure this had to do with the whole just like stuff as far as just going on just in the world, like China putting a ban on institutions and stuff in China. Then it came down all the way to, I think right now it's at 4 billion market cap. So this goes to show just the fact of like, this isn't just something with SHIBASWAP to where it's like a whole bunch of people like it's just like SHIBASWAP is already just a sinking ship. Like it's the Titanic, is just going down and stuff. If you come over to DBank, you can also see that a lot of other swaps go through the same thing, right? Go through the same thing. Okay, especially like I said, the reason why I'm not too sure based off of every reason why, like Uniswap had a dip and everything. But if we come back over to SHIBASWAP, and we see how it went up all the way to 2 billion market cap, and then it went down to like currently like 400 million market cap, I would say it's because of the whole liquidity event. I mean, the liquidity event, it was for 2 weeks. It's the best time when it comes to getting as much bone tokens as possible. And at the end of the day, it's just some people wanted to come over here, they want to get a bone token, they got as much bone token as they wanted. And I feel like right now they're just okay, they're probably like, all right, I got some bone token, let me go back to what I'm used to. So they probably went back to some Uniswaps, they probably went back to just certain swaps or something like that, or who knows. I feel like there's so many reasons why people could just take it out. And one positive thing that I did want to touch on is I've been seeing, like, once the liquidity event and stuff started pretty much being over, I've noticed a lot more people started migrating their SHIB to to bury it. So even right here, when we check out the stats and stuff, the analytics for the bury SHIB, the XSHIB, we're currently at 71 trillion. I think yesterday it was at like 66 trillion. So just in one day, we got about 7 trillion XSHIB, right? And then also for leash has been going up. We have 57,000 X leash. Berry bone, how much we have? I think it's about 13 million. 13 million T-bone. So there's definitely more people who took their liquidity out of just the digging pools and stuff. And then I feel like a lot of people started putting their their coins, their leash, their bone, and like their SHIB into like into the burying stuff, right? Which, I mean, of course, we want as many people as possible to put their SHIB into the bury, right? We want as much people to bury their SHIB tokens, because the more people that can bury their SHIB tokens, the better off of us pretty much. That supply and demand start kicking in, to where the more people who are holding their SHIB tokens, the better it could help the price go up, right? Because the more people who are actually holding it, not selling it, it's not in circulation, it's just being held and held and held as people earn like rewards and stuff. Which I know a lot of people wasn't happy with like the rewards for the bury. I feel like the majority of the best the rewards at the time was the bone token, especially during the liquidity event. But as time goes on, I'm still trying to learn this stuff myself. I'm still trying to calculate the numbers, crunch the numbers and stuff. So I don't want to dive too deep in that, because I'm still trying to learn that too. But as time goes on and we start seeing like the numbers go up as far as the XSHIB and everything, it's beautiful, right? It's beautiful. Also, shout outs to DJ Gareth. I don't know what his DJ name is, but shout outs to Gareth Emery. This is the DJ that they pretty much had for the SHIB virtual party. I was streaming it yesterday, and I think I was in like 30 minutes of the live stream. I don't know what happened. My connection just started tripping. I don't know, my computer just couldn't handle the hype or what of the party, but it was awesome though. It was awesome. Even though it was a short amount of time, I did get to spend some time with the crypto fam, with the SHIB army and everything. So shout out to everybody who tuned in for that. I hope you all enjoyed it. I feel like this is just one of the few beginnings of things when it comes to having some huge spotlight when it comes to SHIB, as far as promoting and the marketing budget and everything. So shout outs to the SHIB developers for this. Shout outs to the DJ. And when we come over here, SHIB is currently at 0.64, which yesterday SHIB I think was at like 0.58. All right, let me see. It was at about 0.57 was the lowest it might have went to. 0.57, 0.5. Yeah, 0.57. We're currently at 0.64, so we up, right? We're in the green. I believe Bitcoin is also going on. I believe the market itself was kind of going back up because the past few days, the whole crypto market was like going down. So she was down because, you know, the whole crypto market was down. I believe also is, you know, just down because of just certain things going on in, you know, within itself. But I am happy to see that it is going back up, you know, going back up to that number, that price range that we're more comfortable with, which is, you know, 0.6. I believe yesterday it almost hit like 0.7. Like it was, I think like 0.69 was the highest. It might have touched 0.7. When we come over here to leash is, you know, try to stay around like this $1,500, maybe $1,800 range. But I am glad that the market is trying to, you know, get back up and, you know, get to where it needs to get to. Even right here on coinmarketcap.com, it says the entire global crypto market cap is currently at 1.3 trillion, right? Or up 3%. All right, so Bitcoin is back at that 32,000, which I noticed Bitcoin it's been trying to stay around like this 30,000 range, like the 30,000, 32,000. It actually, you know, actually went below, of course, went below 30,000 the past few days, but I'm happy that it's at 32,000. All right, as far as the most viewed cryptos, SHIB is currently at, what is it, number 12. All right, so still good, still in the top 15. I'm happy about that. Let me see what else. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I got for today. It's been a while since I uploaded a video, but thank you all for the continuous, you know, just love, prayers, you know, just support. And yeah, let me know what you all think about just the virtual party. Let me know how you feel about the SHIB virtual party. Let me know what you think about the whole, you know, people being able to stake their SHIB on Binance now. What else do we have? You know, as far as the total value locked and stuff, what do you guys think about the whole just SHIBASWAP and TVL and like the rewards? Let me know what you all think about that stuff. And yeah, other than that, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for the support. Make sure to hit that like button, that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, because I see how many people who don't have the notification bell. It's a lot of y'all who don't have the notification bell on, all right? Like I said, if you would like to support the channel, so yeah, go ahead and hit that notification bell. Thank you all. I love y'all. Stay safe. I'll catch you soon. Peace.